Arsenal finally deliver. JORGINHO finally delivers as well. And Arsenal are back to winning ways. 1-4, but I feel like this is the start of a winning run. One that could go up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. If Arsenal can do that, if Arsenal can capitalize on all the winnable fixtures, we can win in the next 10 games. I feel like Manchester City they will be a little bit too far. But anyway, let's dive into my player ratings for this one. I want you guys to mark each and every player out of 10. All we are doing is, rating every player's performance out of 10. Be honest, it's not about the win. If a player didn't play well for you, just let me know in the comment section. Say, Cossy, I wasn't impressed with White. I wasn't impressed with Ramsdale. I wasn't impressed with JORGINHO. Just tell me in the comment section. But of course, if a player really impressed you as well, then let me know in the comment box as well. Hit the like button. Let's get this video to 300 likes. Now, of course, first and foremost, always Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Two past him. I can't blame the goalkeeper for any of the goals that we actually conceded today. And of course, we've got to give him a lot of credit for that second half save against Leon Bailey. If he allows that fly over his head, it's in the roof of the net and it's game over. And I looked at Mikel Arteta's face and, he was like, okay, that is a super save. And that actually keeps us into the game, right? I think the difference between today and Wednesday is, as we were trying to chase the game against Manchester City, they scored a third. And that actually took the game away from us. But today, it was a little bit different. You look at this Arsenal side, they had a lot of hope. And Aaron Ramsdale, one of the reasons as to why we stayed in that game. So Ramsdale, for me, for that reason, 6 out of 10. I don't think he's communicating very well with the defense. I don't think they do have that, connection they had 2-3 months ago. And you can see the communication, the way they're covering him, there is something lacking between Ramsdale and the defense. He's either not talking to them right, he's either losing it a lot. I don't understand what is going on, right? But I can't give him more than 6. I really, really can't. 6 is the average. 5 is pure average. But I'll give him that just average. Aaron Ramsdale. 6 out of 10. Don't blame you for the goals. I just think, his performances have gone down a little bit, right? They've gone down a little bit. And we've already seen it. He starts the season very, very well, very, very well. And then his performances go down a bit. But 6 out of 10 for me is a little bit fair for Aaron Ramsdale. Right back, Benjamin White. For me in this game, I'm going to be honest, I can't give him a 0 because we won the game. But how can I give him any rating? How can I rate Ben White in this game? How do I? I'm going to go 1. 1 out of 10 for Ben White. He was simply atrocious. He was making the wrong decisions in the final third. He was making the wrong decisions, in our own third. And that is unforgivable for a defender. Your etiquette as a defender must be whatever kind of mistakes I'm doing, away from danger. That should be your etiquette. I don't think he had the defensive etiquette today. Attacking wise, I've already said it. Tomiyasu is the better guy. Tomiyasu tucks into the midfield. Tomiyasu makes the overlaps ahead of Saka. Tomiyasu supports Saka. When Saka needs that support, he's always there. When Saka needs someone to make an overlapping run so that I can actually, tuck inside, Tomiyasu is always there. Whether Saka just needs, someone to run past him so that he plays that ball into him to cross the ball, he always does that. And the quality of crosses, there was one cross I saw in the second half from Ben White. The rest trash. The rest absolute trash. So for me, Ben White, 1 out of 10. I might be a little bit harsh, but it's 1 out of 10. It's 1 out of 10. I'm not going for any other any other debates on this. If you disagree, the comment section is absolutely open. Left hand side, Alexander Zinchenko, first goal in 92 games in the Premier League. First goal for Arsenal as well. What a performance in the second half. A little bit sloppy in the first half, but like I said, the first half was all about getting ourselves together, trying to find the real Arsenal in us. The second half, we had found the real Arsenal. Aston Villa really, did sweat in that second half of football. But to be honest, and I want to be very, very honest, Alexander Zinchenko was man of the game, man of the match. That was a real man of the match performance. It's not even the goal, because the goal just adds the spice, the icing to the cake, right? But his performances passing into inside. Remember that the left-hand side at this Arsenal side is dead, okay? But Zinchenko tries to breathe life onto the left-hand side. Whenever you see Arsenal creating a little bit of something on the left-hand side, it is either a combination of Trossard and Zinchenko, or Zinchenko going alone, trying to cross the ball, trying to shoot from range, trying to do whatever he can. Again, a leader, a player who deserves to be captain, just can't be captain because Odegaard is already captain, but we are lucky to have him. We are lucky to have him, and very lucky to have him at that price, okay? We are very, very lucky to have him. So Alexander Zinchenko, 9 out of 10, right? 9 out of 10. The only 9 I'm gifting today. 9 out of 10 for Alexander Zinchenko. Gabriel Magalhaes, look at the 2 goals, and I'm disappointed with the defense, okay? William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, I've already said they have dropped off. They have really, really dropped off. It's either because they are too exposed, Thomas Partey is no longer available, or they were never that good. And I cannot believe they were never that good. They've been so good. You can never say they were never that good. You can never say it was always Thomas Partey's, protection. Yes, it was. But today, again, the goals we conceded, there is a question mark, right? There is a question mark. William Saliba, there's a lot of time for Oli Watkins on the board for the first goal. Gabriel Magalhaes, there's a lot of time for Philippe Coutinho on the second goal in our own penalty area. There is a lot of time. 3 out of 10 for Gabriel Magalhaes, 3 out of 10 for William Saliba. I will treat them similar, but I think Gabriel is the better centre back of recent. But I'm going to give them 3 out of 10. Those goals, those mistakes we are conceding are actually, costing the team. All right. So let's get to the midfield then, where the game was won and where the game was narrowly lost. All right. I thought Boubacar Kamara played better than Jorginho today. Wait a minute. Boubacar Kamara won more possession for his team than Jorginho. Boubacar Kamara turned and made more progressive passes for Aston Villa than Jorginho. The difference for today in the game is that somehow Jorginho eventually finds a beautiful goal. And I'm going to say this, right? That midfield lacks Thomas Partey. That midfield misses Thomas Partey. It's a no-brainer. We've got to talk about it. We are missing Thomas Partey big time. But look, I can't be very, very harsh on Jorginho. Not a very good game. But again, we know what he does. He's a player who understands his position. He's a player who understands the game. And, his responsibility is to get that ball and make it work. He doesn't really win the ball back a lot of the time. He's happy to make the ball work. So Jorginho today, 7 out of 10 because of the goal. Okay? 5 out of 10 performance, but the extra 2 coming for the goal. Granit Xhaka, I don't know. I love Xhaka and I respect him a lot as a player. But at times he loves to disappoint me. At times he just gives me those vibes of I'm not good enough. I don't think Xhaka should be starting week in, week out for us. I think in the summer, we need to start looking at a real serious central midfielder. Today, he's one of the performers that were absolutely atrocious, and we even didn't realize, right? I think, his performances are going below, are going underneath, right? Because he's not losing the ball. He's not missing a lot of chances. So people say, well, he's not missing chances. Well, he's not giving away the ball in midfield. He's ghosting. That is my problem with him right about now. He is ghosting. And you cannot be ghosting in this Arsenal team right about now. You simply cannot be ghosting, right? But he's ghosting. Xhaka is ghosting. And you saw Fabio Vieira when he came on, more life to the game, more creativity in the side, better second half. better last minute 10 minutes, and an assist for Gabriel Martinelli. Okay, so Xhaka, 5 out of 10. Martin Odegaard, best player in the midfield for me today. Again, should have scored. All right, should have scored. -1, whatever I was gonna give him, -1 for not scoring. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Should have been an 8 out of 10. Brilliant. The short corners, it shows the level at which this guy is on. Right, he has seen long corners don't work. Long corners are cleared, and they're not actually helping us. So he decides to go for the short corners with Alexander Zinchenko, and it worked. So Odegaard, brilliant, magician, technician, tactician. The moment he gets back to his form of providing the assists and scoring the goals, clubs are really going to find it very, 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 very rough. So Odegaard, 7 out of 10. Let's get to the front three. Saka. Let's start off with Saka, who played with an injury, and respect this boy. We need to respect Saka more than we are doing right now. I think I've had all these conversations of, Rashford is the best player in Europe right now. Rashford bullshit, Rashford crap. The best player in Europe right now is Bukayo Saka. It's a no-brainer. He's the best right winger in Europe. He is the best player in Europe. And I'm saying this having watched Vicha Varasheria yesterday for Napoli, obliterating Sassuolo. I'm saying this bearing in mind that there is a player called Victor Osimhen. There's a team called Napoli having so many good players. For me, Saka always delivers. His second name must be Saka delivers. He always delivers. He gets us that very vital goal to begin with in the second half. But even in a game where he's been utterly shut down, not utterly shut down, but he wasn't himself. He gave us a nice performance. So let's go 8 out of 10 for Saka as well. 8 out of 10 for Saka. Respect him playing with that injury. Really do respect him. Edin Ketia, disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Edin Ketia goes with a 4 out of 10 for me today. As a striker for Arsenal, you have 2 roles. And right now he's performing none. You either allow the fluidity of the team by making those in and out runs and working the channels, or you're scoring goals. He's doing none of those. And he's missing chances. He's getting into our very important positions, and he's missing very vital chances. That is my problem with Edin Ketia right now. 4 out of 10. I don't want to be biased, but I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough, unless otherwise. I just don't think it's good enough, okay? Then, Leandro Trossard. I thought he was good in the first half, but then just like we always do, we kill our left wingers. We are killing our left wingers, okay? We killed him in the second half. The ball was never being played on the left. The ball never passed through the left-hand side. Never. Absolutely never. Okay? So, I'm going to say Leandro Trossard, 6 out of 10. His first field debut for Arsenal, 6 out of 10. Now, let's get to the substitutions, because that is where the real magic actually was. Fabio Vieira, 8 out of 10. Nice assist. The composure, the brilliance to think, I'm not going to go for goal. I'm not going to, because any other player tries to shoot from that range and it could go in. But he says, no. Where is Gabriel Martinelli? He's coming. He's arriving, right? And many of the Aston Villa players are looking at Fabio Vieira thinking he's looking for time and room to take a shot. He doesn't. Just plays into the path of Martinelli, who has an easy finish, all right? So, 8 out of 10. Changed the game, brought more creativity to the team, and that is what it's all about, creativity. Gabriel Martinelli, 8.5, nearly a 9. 8.5 out of 10. Not the goal. No, not the goal. Brings life to the left-hand side of the pitch, okay? And that is where problems began. Because, the moment Saka is playing with an injury, we are letting we are letting them off the hook. We are letting Aston Villa off the hook. When Martinelli comes in, he's running through the middle, he's running on the right hand side, he's running on the left, he's becoming a problem. And that is what actually won us the game. Okay, we were able to stretch the pitch just like we want to. We're able to do whatever we wanted in that game. So Martinelli, 8.5 out of 10. Tomiyasu, 8 out of 10. What should I say? This guy is the opposite of Ben White. Ben White, trash. Tomiyasu, excellent. Okay. Now put some respect on that guy's name. All of you are crying here and shouting, "Oh, he's not good. Oh, he's actually had a bad game." He had one bad game. And it turned water into wine in the second half. So put some respect on my boy's name. I think, look, Mikel Arteta, where should we put him? Where should we give Mikel Arteta? Very basic today. Had the substitutions right. Luck was on his side. I give him an 8 out of 10. Not a 9 because the substitutions were late. Okay? So 8 out of 10. The referee, not on our side, not on Aston Villa's side. Good refereeing. Very, very good refereeing for me. I could give him an 8 out of 10 as well. I mean, I love the officiation, to be honest. No silly yellow cards. Saka got one for, causing the chaos. Douglas Luiz got one. Of course, he's a defensive midfielder. You expect him to. But I didn't see, much of chaos from the referees trying to grab the headlines. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.